Chosen 1, 30, and August 31st are not ordinary days. They mark the start of your new chapter. The days you are stepping into are not ordinary. And the final hours of August carry a weight you cannot afford to ignore. The 30th and 31st of this month are more than just calendar dates. They are divine markers, thresholds between endings and beginnings, between the chapters that shaped you and the ones that will now define you. These days are charged with energy, not the kind you can measure with your eyes, but the kind your spirit already feels. You may have sensed it: conversations shifting, emotions stirring, and unexplainable pressure around you, as if something in the unseen is pushing you toward a new direction. This is not coincidence, this is alignment. Every chosen one reaches a point where life whispers, "This is your crossing." And the 30th and the 31st of August have been marked for you as that crossing. These days will separate the old from the new, the burdens from the blessings, the confusion from the clarity. What once felt stagnant will break open, and what once felt closed will begin to unlock. These are not random shifts. They are sacred moves designed to position you for what comes next. The heaviness you have carried, the battles that seemed endless, the uncertainty that clouded your path, all of it has been leading here, to this moment, to these days, to this chapter. Before I go deeper into what these days mean for your destiny, pause with me right here. If this message is reaching you, it is not by accident. You were meant to hear these words, and you were meant to receive this confirmation. I want you to stay with me until the very end of this video, because the revelation waiting there will make sense of everything you've been feeling. And as a sign of your faith and readiness, I encourage you to type your warmest wishes. In the comments below, declare them boldly. Seal them with the numbers 99 and 777, because these numbers are not just symbols. They are energetic codes that speak alignment, completion, and divine perfection into your journey. And as you do this, know that your wishes are not floating into emptiness. They are energizing the universe itself, pulling blessings closer to you than ever before. Subscribe and walk with us in this journey, because you were never meant to rise alone. You are part of a chosen family moving forward together. Now listen carefully. The reason these 2 days, the 30th and the 31st, are not ordinary is because they represent closure and ignition. Closure because everything that weighed you down in August, all that drained you, all that tested you, is being sealed behind you. And ignition because what awaits in September and beyond cannot be accessed without this release. Think of it as a divine reset. The old energy is being stripped away, and the doorway into your new chapter is opening. These days are like the final push before the dawn, the last exhale before the inhale of something fresh and alive. You are not merely transitioning into a new month. You are stepping into a new frequency, a new identity, a new reality, where the old patterns no longer hold power. You may feel it already. Relationships that once felt stable may suddenly feel fragile. Conversations may reveal truths you were not expecting. Your own spirit may feel restless, uneasy, as if it knows something is shifting just beyond what your eyes can see. This is not a mistake, it is preparation. These days are designed to show you what cannot come with you into the next chapter. The universe is making it clear. Some people, some habits, some ways of thinking are not meant to cross with you. If they stayed, they would block the very blessings meant for you. So if in these days you notice distance growing, doors closing, or truth surfacing, do not panic, see them for what they are. Signs of alignment. Chosen one. The 30th and August 31st are sacred because they will reveal both the endings and the beginnings. The endings may sting. They may hurt in the moment, but pay attention to what comes after. The lightness, the peace, the clarity that follows the release. That is your proof. That is how you know this is divine. And the beginnings, they will not shout. They will whisper. They will come in the form of subtle opportunities, new ideas, fresh strength, deeper calm. They will begin as small sparks, but they will grow into the fire of your next season. So prepare yourself. These are not ordinary days. They are markers of destiny, sacred thresholds designed to free you from what was and propel you into what will be. August is ending, but your story is not. It is only beginning. And the chapter you are about to write will carry the power, the beauty, and the abundance you have long been waiting for. Chosen one, the final days of August are acting like a mirror, showing you truths you can no longer ignore. These truths may come through people around you, through sudden changes in your environment, or even through the stirring within your own heart. Do not dismiss them. These days are designed to bring clarity, to separate what belongs in your future from what has chained you to your past. You may notice that relationships feel different. Right now, some that once seemed comfortable suddenly feel heavy. Conversations may feel forced, and connections that used to make sense no longer align with who you are becoming. This is not coincidence, it is divine timing. The 30th and 31st are like a gate, swinging shut on what no longer serves you, while at the same time swinging wide open toward the future that has been waiting for you. And though endings often ache, they are sacred acts of protection. God knows what you cannot see. He knows the intentions hidden behind smiles, the envy lurking in shadows, the energy quietly resisting your growth. And so in these days, He makes the shift unavoidable. Do not be afraid when something or someone begins to slip away. Do not cling to what God is trying to release, because if it stayed, it would only block what is meant to arrive. Think of it like carrying baggage, too heavy for the journey ahead. No matter how strong you are, you cannot climb higher if you are weighed down by what no longer belongs. These last days of August are meant to lighten you, to strip you of unnecessary weight, to free you for the ascent. This is why you have felt the tension recently, that restlessness in your spirit, that unease you couldn't quite explain. It was preparation your soul has known all along, that something had to change, that someone could not continue with you, that some chapter had to close before the new one could begin. And now as the days of August close, that change is here, chosen one. Do not see this shift as loss. See it as alignment. What is leaving was never truly yours. It may have brought lessons, but it was not your destiny. And what is beginning may start quietly, but it will grow into something greater than you imagined. The end of August is not an ending. It is a passage, a sacred crossing into a season where your peace, your purpose, and your calling rise stronger than ever before. You may wake up on these days feeling different. The energy around you may feel charged, heavier or lighter depending on what is being released. Pay attention to your body, to your thoughts, to your spirit. They are speaking loudly now. They are alerting you to what aligns and what does not. Trust those feelings, they are not random. They are guidance. The 30th and 31st are not just calendar dates. They are thresholds. The universe does not move randomly. It moves in patterns, in divine rhythms. These are days written for transition, for purification, for release and rebirth. You may not fully understand why certain things are shifting now, but you will look back and see clearly that this was the moment God began to rewrite your story, not by tearing it apart, but by removing the pages that no longer belonged. So lift your eyes, chosen one. Do not mourn too long what is leaving. Honor it for the role it played, but bless it as it goes, because greater is coming. A new beginning has already been whispered into your spirit, and these final days of August are the signal that it is ready to unfold. Chosen one, understand this. When divine timing arrives, nothing can stand in its way. The 30th and the 31st of August are not ordinary markers of time. They are signals written in the spiritual calendar, moments when heaven leans closer to earth and says now. These days carry the energy of culmination and beginning, of release and renewal, of ending and rebirth all at once. That is why you feel it in your bones, why the air around you feels heavy with meaning. Something is ending, but something greater is already beginning. You may not realize it yet, but you have been prepared for this season for a long time. Every struggle, every disappointment, every moment of delay has been shaping you into the person who can now step into this new chapter. Without the trials, you would not have the strength. Without the silence, you would not have the clarity. Without the loss, you would not understand the value of what is about to be given. Nothing was wasted at all led you here. To these days, to this threshold, where destiny begins to unfold in front of you. But here is the truth: not everyone, not everything can cross into this new season with you. The higher you rise, the narrower the path becomes. Some people who once fit into your story are no longer aligned with where you are going. Some habits that once comforted you are now chains holding you back. Some ways of thinking that once helped you survive now limit your growth. The 30th and the 31st of August are sacred because they will draw a clear line between what was and what will be. They will reveal what cannot stay, and they will open the space for what must come. It may sting, yes. It may feel like something is being taken away from you. But chosen one, listen carefully. What is leaving was never meant to define you. It was meant to teach you, to test you, to shape you, but not to stay. If it continued, it would rob you of the blessings waiting ahead. This is why divine timing is stepping in now. Because September carries a new frequency, a lighter energy, a higher calling. You cannot enter it carrying the weight of August. So in these final hours, the shift becomes undeniable. Pay attention to what is revealed in these days. Someone's words may suddenly show you their true heart. A silence may stretch long enough to speak louder than words. A decision may close a chapter you never thought you would leave behind. Do not fight these revelations. Do not cling to what God is exposing. To resist is to delay your own rising. To surrender is to step freely into your new beginning. And this new chapter, chosen one, is not ordinary, it is sacred. It is the beginning of peace where chaos once ruled. It is the flow of abundance where lack once lingered. It is the clarity of vision where confusion once clouded your path. You may not see all of it at once. It will unfold step by step, like dawn breaking slowly over the horizon. But each day will confirm that the 30th and 31st were not ordinary days. They were the doorway, remember. Beginnings often feel quiet. They do not always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes they begin with a whisper, a subtle shift, a sense of lightness in your spirit. Do not underestimate these moments. They are the seeds of something extraordinary. Seeds are small, but they carry forests within them. In the same way, what begins in these days may look small, but it carries the abundance of your destiny within it. So, chosen one, do not be afraid. Do not cling to what is falling away. Trust the process, trust the timing. Trust that what looks like an ending is actually the preparation for a new chapter, far greater than anything you've known before. For when August ends, your story does not. It begins again stronger, clearer, freer, and filled with divine alignment. Chosen one, as August comes to its close, something deeper is unfolding than what your eyes can see. These last 2 days are sacred markers, and though the world will treat them like ordinary hours, your spirit knows better. You can already sense it. That quiet stirring within, the shift in the atmosphere, the subtle but undeniable energy pressing against your soul. This is not your imagination. It is divine preparation. The 30th and 31st are not just the conclusion of a month. They are the seal of an old season and the unlocking of a new one. This new chapter is not about repeating what you have already lived. It is about expansion, transformation, and awakening to parts of yourself that were hidden by the weight of the past. Think of everything you endured up until now. The struggles, the delays, the losses, the moments where you felt unseen. Those were not punishments. They were foundations. They taught you resilience. They shaped your faith. They carved out the strength that now makes you ready for what is coming. Without those nights of silence, you would not recognize the value of clarity. Without those tears, you would not appreciate the sweetness of peace. Every trial was preparing you for this doorway. The 30th and 31st are the days when the preparation ends and the manifestation begins. They are the bridge you are walking across, carrying nothing but your faith and your vision for the future. And as you step onto this bridge, everything not aligned with your destiny will be forced to stay behind. That is why people may be distant. That is why some connections may feel strained. That is why you may feel restless in places where you once felt comfortable. It is not rejection, it is redirection. It is not abandonment, it is alignment. These are the days when the ties that cannot survive your next season begin to unravel. Chosen one, this is not something to fear. It is something to embrace. For every release comes with a promise. Whatever leaves you in these days will be replaced with something far greater. The absence you feel will be filled with peace. The silence will be filled with clarity. The emptiness will be filled with opportunities, love and growth that actually nourish your soul. This is the sacred law of transition. Nothing leaves unless something better is already on its way. And what is on its way is not small. It is not fragile, it is abundant. It is divine. September carries with it a different energy than August. August was heavy with revelation, with exposure, with tests. But September will bring release, alignment, and forward movement. The new chapter beginning now will carry you higher than before. Doors that were locked will swing open. People who truly align with your spirit will appear. Paths that once felt blocked will suddenly feel clear. But hear this, you cannot walk into September carrying the weight of August. That is why these last 2 days matter so much. They are the cleansing fire, the final release, the sacred reset. Let go of what is falling away. Do not beg for what is leaving. Do not cling to doors God Himself has closed. These hours are your opportunity to trust fully, to surrender completely, to believe without seeing. For once you step across this line, you will understand why everything had to happen exactly as it did, and when you do, you will realize something profound. The 30th and 31st were never just days. They were the moment your old story ended and your new one began. They were the threshold into a chapter written in light, abundance, and peace. They were the proof that you are not abandoned, not forgotten, not lost. You are chosen, so breathe deeply. Chosen one, let the old fall away. Let the past be sealed, let August close as it must. For as you wake into September, you will not just carry hope, you will carry proof. You will feel the weight gone, the clarity sharp, the path clear, and you will know without a shadow of doubt that this was the moment everything began again. Chosen one, the closing of August is not a quiet ending. It is a divine announcement. The 30th and 31st are sacred signals that your story has turned and a new chapter has begun. You are not stepping into September as the same person who carried the weight of the past months. You are stepping in lighter, freer, and aligned with the destiny that has been waiting for you all along. The heaviness of August was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you, to shake loose what could not continue, and to reveal the strength within you that you may not have recognized before. This is why you must not mourn what is leaving. Instead, honor it as part of your preparation. Every person who walked away, every door that closed, every revelation that cut deep, it all served a purpose. It showed you what no longer belonged in your life. It freed you from the illusions that kept you bound. And though the pain of endings may linger, it is nothing compared to the peace that comes when you finally release what weighed you down. This is the promise of these sacred days. The burden is lifting and the blessing is arriving. As you stand at the threshold of September, open your heart wide. New opportunities are approaching. Doors you never thought would open are being unlocked, and the relationships meant to truly nourish your soul are being aligned with your path. You will notice the difference quickly. Where August felt heavy, September will feel light. Where August brought exposure, September will bring restoration. Where August revealed endings, September will reveal beginnings. And each step forward will confirm that the shift was real. Chosen one, your new chapter is not about surviving. It is about thriving. It is about stepping into the fullness of who you are and what you were always meant to carry. The doubts that haunted you, the voices that tried to shrink you, the cycles that drained you, they cannot cross this line with you. The 30th and 31st have cut them away, sealed them in the past, and freed you to rise without their weight. That is why you must move into September, not with hesitation, but with faith. Faith that you are protected. Faith that you are aligned. Faith that what is coming is far greater than what has gone. And remember this: beginnings rarely look like fireworks. They begin in quiet, in whispers, in subtle signs that your spirit feels before your eyes can see. Pay attention to these signs. The new chapter will unfold gently at first, but soon it will grow into something undeniable. You will notice your energy shift, your ideas expand, your opportunities multiply. You will feel peace in places where chaos once lived, and you will look around and realize the 30th and the 31st of August were not ordinary days. They were the moment destiny unfolded. So chosen one, lift your head. Do not be afraid of the silence that follows release. Do not doubt the emptiness that lingers after endings. That silence is God speaking. That emptiness is room being made. That release is space being cleared for blessings you cannot yet see. Trust this process, trust this timing. Trust that as you step into September, you are stepping into alignment with the future you have prayed for. You are not entering an ordinary month. You are entering a new frequency, a new vibration, a new chapter. One where peace becomes your companion, abundance your portion, and clarity your vision. One where you are no longer trapped in cycles of delay, but free to move in the flow of divine timing. One where the struggles of your past become the foundation for your strength, and the endings of August become the birth of your destiny. Chosen one, remember this truth. As you move forward, you are not being emptied. You are being filled, you are not being abandoned. You are being aligned, you are not losing. You are rising, and as you carry this with you, you will see with your own eyes that the 30th and the 31st of August were not ordinary. They were the sacred beginning of everything you were meant to become.